Hello, it's the Coaster Quiz, and today I'll be unveiling a new segment, Park Predictions. I'll be starting with Six Flags America's future plans. So you're probably wondering, how is this different than Coaster Studios' 5-year plans? And I'll also be discussing the next 5 years of the park, but instead of assigning a specific ride to each year, I'll state a variety of different rides that are feasible options, and then state on a scale from unlikely to almost definite of how likely that coaster or ride is going to come to the respective park. So let's get started, shall we? The first ride I'll be discussing is Justice League Battle for Metropolis, which I'll be rating unlikely, and here's why. So Six Flags chain has been installing these dark rides a lot recently. They began in 2015 with Over Texas and St. Louis. Then in 2016 there was 3 more. In 2017 there were 3 more. There are none coming out in 2018. And I don't really think there's going to be one coming out in 2019 or later, because I don't think 2018 was just an off year. But Six Flags installed enough of these that Great Adventure has one, and that's only 3 hours away from Six Flags America. So even though Six Flags America needs a dark ride, this isn't necessarily necessary. But I would love to see some other dark ride, but honestly I don't even know what it could be, and that probably won't happen, so I'm not going to include that on this list. So any B&M coaster I believe would be unlikely to come to Six Flags America, and here's why. Six Flags hasn't bought a B&M coaster since 2012 for X-Flight, so that means no flying coaster probably, because Batwing's already good. They don't have a floorless, but I don't think they're going to get one. I would love to see in Mind Racer replaced by Batman the Rider, even better B&M invert, but that's not going to happen. They already have a B&M stand-up, Apocalypse, so I feel like they're just going to stay at this one B&M coaster for now, because sadly, Six Flags does not seem willing to spend that amount of money on a new B&M for any of their parks, and certainly not Six Flags America. An option I don't want to see happen in the next 5 years is family rides. So I think the chances are possible, but I wouldn't say they're super likely or anything. So we saw this happen to Laron this from 2018. They're going to get a family rides package, and Six Flags America has enough already, and they have these awesome flying scooters, which are my favorite type of family ride probably. So I don't really think it's necessary. They're focusing a lot on the families. Like 2018, they're getting a Lazy River. So I really think the next 5 years should be more about the thrills, and honestly, I don't really think this is that likely anyway. A Looney Tunes expansion or a retheme similar to what Six Flags Over Texas did a couple years ago and Over Georgia did in 2016 would be probably possible for the next 5 years, but hopefully does not happen, because I do not want kiddie rides at my home park added, as greedy as that sounds. But I just don't think it's that likely to happen, because Six Flags America, they have a fine kiddie section, but like I said before, they need to focus on thrills. This definitely could happen, but this seems like it's something that was just a couple Six Flags parks got. Flores Apocalypse. So this is a popular Sierra Fair trend to make their stand coasters floorless. I think it's possible for the next 5 years at Six Flags America. Six Flags hasn't done it yet, so you can't just say oh yeah, this will happen. But of any of the stand-up coasters Six Flags has, this is the one they need to do it to. It won't be a great floorless coaster, but I think it'll definitely be a decent coaster, like Patriot at California's Great America is now. And besides, floorless coasters like Kraken here are some of my favorite type of B&M loopers, so I think it would be a really nice fit for the park. Hopefully they do this, but until Six Flags proves themselves to do this type of conversion, I can't say it's more than possible. So an ArmSee hybrid of Roar, which has been very popular in the coaster community to talk about, I think is possible, but not particularly likely for the next 5 years. And here's why. I recently rode Roar over the summer and the fall, and they retracted it, and now it's an excellent Woody. It's actually really good. It has a really nice layout and good airtime. And since they just retracted it wouldn't make so much sense for them to just ArmSee it then. I mean, it's possible for them to do so in 2021 or something, or 2022. I mean, I'm not saying that I don't want that, because my second favorite coaster is the only ArmSee hybrid I've ridden, Twisted Colossus. So I'd love them to ArmSee Roar, but I just don't see it being super likely, though it could definitely happen. The next type of coaster is a compact looper, like a Gersol Eurofighter or an Infinity Coaster, or Fahrenheit, and I think chances are possible, just like ArmSee Roar. I'd love to see this happen, and I think it would be a really nice fit at Six Flags America, because it would be a smaller coaster, major coaster investment, and it would fit just really well. But Six Flags hasn't only bought one Gersol Eurofighter, but I'm hoping that since if Knott's Berry Farms hang time does well, I'm hoping that Six Flags will start buying Gerstar Infinity coasters, and then maybe Six Flags America will receive one. So I think this could be a possibility. I have a more likely option now, ArmSee Raptor clones, which I will say is a likely option for the next 5 years at Six Flags America. In my opinion, the first ArmSee Raptor, which is Wonder Woman going Lasso Coaster, which is coming to Six Flags Fiesta Texas next year, I think it should have gone to Six Flags America because it's a smaller capacity ride. It's designed for a smaller park, and I think it would be a perfect fit at Six Flags America. Do I think this will happen? It's a clone, so that kind of has Six Flags America written all over it. I mean, I think they'll start being cloned a lot more in the coming years. Maybe this will be like the new free spin or whatever, but I feel like there's a good chance this could come to Six Flags America, and I think it's more than possible, but actually likely. So I think that's really awesome. It'll definitely be the second best coaster in the park when it opens. The next coaster option is an SNS free spin. So I think this is actually likely also. So it would be great if Six Flags America got this and a Raptor in the next 5 years. It's definitely possible, but maybe one of these comes a little bit later or one doesn't come at all. That's why I only put them in the likely and not the very likely. But this is actually a very fun coaster. I finally got to ride it, the Joker, at Six Flags Great Adventure, and it's really fun. It actually has some good intensity, and it's really just a butter smooth coaster. So I think it'd be a great fit at Six Flags America, and I'd love to see it there. I mean, it's not that expensive, so it's easy to get, and it's perfect for smaller parks. Like, they just got one for Six Flags Mexico coming in 2018, so it means Six Flags is still getting them, so I think there's a very good chance that Six Flags America will get one in the next 5 years. So, water slides or a water coaster, I think, are very likely for Six Flags America in the next 5 years because their last new water slide complex was all the way back in 2013 with bonsai pipelines, which are great. But even though they've gotten two water park additions since 2016, they got a kiddie play structure. Next year, they're getting a new lazy river. But they're not getting any water slides, which is a major problem. So I think that's very likely that probably between like 2021 to 2023, they'll get some sort of new water slide complex or a new water coaster that'll be awesome and make the water park from really good to amazing. My final option is a thrill ride or thrill ride package, and I think it's almost definite, and here's why. Recently, Six Flags has been getting a lot of thrill rides for the parks. Like Six Flags America, they got, in 2015, they got the Bourbon Street Fireball. In 2017, they got Wonder Woman. So I think they'll continue this trend, and maybe they'll get a giant discovery because that's what a lot of Six Flags parks have been getting. That'd be perfect for Six Flags America, or one of these weird triple flipping things that are being introduced next year at Great Adventure in Over Texas. So there's a lot of thrill rides just floating around the Six Flags industry, and I think in the next 5 years, it's almost definite that at least one of those years, Six Flags America will get some sort of thrill ride. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this new segment. I'll be making more of these in the coming months during the off season. Comment down below what you think of them, and if you have any improvements for them that you'd like to suggest. Like and subscribe for more awesome coaster content. Stay tuned for more coming soon to my channel. See you guys later from the Coaster Craze. Bye!